Okay, now let's face it, we all have an inner voice which is, in many situations, just overpowers our thinking. Now think about this for a moment. Do you listen to this voice that constantly tells you that things aren't possible? That voice that tells you that you need to stop even when you take 2 steps forward to try to put your hands to things? Those voices which tend to arise in our moments of excitement and moments of victory. It's the voice which reminds us of our past failures, past losses, and past setbacks. Now, this is clearly a voice which speaks from the center of our deepest pain, the prison of defeat. There are a few ideas I have for you so that you can silence that inner voice. Are you ready? All right. Number one, acknowledge where that voice comes from. In many cases, is that voice coming from your pain, or is it coming from the author of that pain? Hey, many of us, we've been hurt in so many relationships, and there are voices that have spoken into our lives for so many years that told us that we can't do something and told us that things weren't possible. Is that the voice that you continue to play in your mind? You have to be able to discern where it is. Next point, discern if that voice is accurate and what changes need to be made. Hey, you can't fight against another person's voice. That voice belongs to them, but you can fight against what they said and pull yourself away from their words so you can move forward and live that life that God intended for you to live. And number 3 is awareness. Awareness, when does that voice arise most, and what event is taking place in your life when it tends to arise? So think about this. If you start that diet, or if you start that new job, or you desire to start that new relationship or that business, is it that voice that tells you that things aren't possible for you to put the brakes on so that you don't do it? Silence that voice, because I'm here to tell you that the voice that will replace that is a voice of victory, and it only comes from you. Remember, you control the voices that go on inside of your head.